Hello, my lovelies. This is going to be a reading for the sun, moon, and rising sign of Leo for the month of September 2021. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with each and every one of you. But please do take what does resonate with you and leave the rest behind. All right. Also, there is a link in the description box below for the personal readings that I do offer on my Etsy shop. So be sure to check that out as well. If you like the content of this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up as well as subscribe to my channel. All right, my beautiful Leo. So let's go ahead and get started with your messages for September. All right, and this is going to be a 5-card spread. The first card will look at what your overall energy would be for the month. The second card will look at what the theme of the month will be. Third card will look at any challenges that may be present. Fourth card will look at how you should respond to those challenges. And last but not least, the fifth card will be advice from your angels, spirit guides, and ancestors. All right, Leos. I will also go in and clarify the cards. That way we can take a deeper look into the messages that present themselves from your guides. And lastly, I will also be pulling a couple of oracle cards from 2 different oracle decks. All right, so thank you, angels, spirit guides, ancestors, for the collective sign of Leo. Can you please guide me and show me clearly what is their overall energy for the month of September? What is Leo's overall energy, beautiful angels, spirit guides, ancestors? Please guide me and show me clearly their overall energy, please. Overall energy for the month of September. Alright, so we have the 7 of Pentacles. And what will be the theme of the month in September? Beautiful angels, spirit guides, ancestors. What will be the theme of the month for Leo? The theme for the month of September. Please guide me and show me clearly. Okay, and we have the Fool as your response. Okay, and lastly, what advice do you have for Leo's angels, spirit guides, ancestors? What advice do you have for them? What advice do you have for them? What advice do you have for Leos for September? Angels, spirit guides, ancestors. What advice do you have for them? Guide me and show me clearly, please. What advice do you have for them? Okay, and we have the 5 of Wands. Okay, and then your underlying card here is the Page of Pentacles. All right. Okay, Leo, so your overall energy for the month of September is the 7 of Pentacles. So I feel like some of you definitely are at a standstill or at a point of wanting more. You feel like you have done the due diligence and put in the work and the effort to get where you are now, but you are looking to expand beyond that. Okay. So you may feel stuck though, or maybe you're not having the patience to allow for further growth. Okay. You may be thinking, how do I go beyond the point of where I'm at now? Okay, I have this great tree here that has produced these wonderful fruits of my efforts. So you have the beautiful flowers as well as apples here. But as you can see from like the look on her face, she still feels discontent, like she's not fully 100% satisfied with the outcome. And though she should be, because it's a beautiful tree. And I mean, from her attire, she looks like she was the person who actually tended to this tree and allowed for it to grow the way it has. So you may be at a point of not, recognizing this beauty in front of you because you want more or you're ready for the next chapter. I say that if you had the will and the grace to be able to get what you have now, you definitely have the will and the grace to continue to pursue forward, okay? Because in your position of the theme of the month, you have the Strength card as well as the Hangman. And what I get from this is to just like tame yourself and look at things from different perspectives. So don't overthink or overanalyze to the point of weakness, okay? Because sometimes we overthink things, we overanalyze things, and we're actually breaking ourselves down rather than building ourselves up. Because when you let the mind go on more than what it should, it kind of tends to pull you backwards rather than forwards in terms of negative aspects or negative ways of viewing things. Like in this case, I would look at this and think that she should be appreciative of all the hard work that she has put in, that it allowed for such a beautiful tree to grow from it. But sometimes, we don't appreciate the things that's before us because we're so consumed with our thoughts that tell us to look beyond that and not appreciate that. So the theme is going to be have that inner strength, okay, to be not only proud of where you have come and what you have done, but to be able to look at things from a different perspective and, allow for different ways of maybe how you want to move forward, allow for those thoughts to come in. So just take a moment to pause, reflect, appreciate what you have here, okay? And then from that point, as you can see here in this picture with the Hangman, she's slowly unveiling. The zipper is slowly coming down as she takes a moment to pause and reflect on not only her surroundings, but also on what's beyond the other side of the zipper. Okay, so allowing for that moment of reflection and that moment of standstill will not only provide you the inner strength to continue to move forward, but to also unveil things as they are meant to be unveiled. Okay, so only when it's time will things eventually be revealed or exposed. Okay, so the theme is to stay strong and to look at things from a different angle, different perspective, that's going to allow you or give you the answer on how to fully unveil what's behind the zipper here. All right, and so the challenge for you is the Knight of Swords. So it could be like the movement, like to you don't feel as if things are moving as fast as you would like. The Knight of Swords is all about motion. I think he's like I think he's the fastest knight in tarot. So he's ready for action, and he's ready to put into action those things that he has thought about, because the Knight of Swords is the Knight of intellect. So he's put his thoughts together, he's crossed all his T's, he's dotted all his I's, and now he's ready to take action. And so with this being in your challenger position, I would say that this is not how you're feeling at the moment. You feel stagnant. You feel like you want more, but you don't know how to get there. You're not in a position of taking charge or taking action yet, even though you know that there's more to it, okay? So you may feel like you're at a standstill, especially with this Hangman being here in a position of the theme of the month. But I feel like you need this pause and you need this standstill so that you can see things differently, right? So that you can move forward accordingly and not in a rush or as hastily as the Knight of Swords normally is. All right, because in the position of the response to the challenge, you have the Fool, and the Fool is all about new beginnings, okay, new approaches, a leap of faith. So maybe when you paused and reflected for a moment, you'll see that what worked to get you this beautiful tree here may not necessarily be the same approach you have to take or in order to move beyond this, okay? Because what you did to produce these wonderful efforts for this may have just worked just for this. And now it's time for you to switch things up a little bit. Go within, look at different angles and different perspectives so that you can be open to any new approaches that are able for you. A new way of doing things, a new way of looking at things, doing something that you normally wouldn't do, or taking an approach that you normally wouldn't take, okay? Because the Fool is all about putting himself out there and being ready to explore the opportunities and the options. And even though he doesn't know what is to come from it, he's still willing and ready to take that chance, okay? So even though things aren't moving now, and it could be because it's time for you to switch it up a little bit, so you may feel like things aren't moving as fast as you like, and that could be because it's time to do things from a completely different angle or different approach. All right. And the advice from Spirit is the Five of Wands. And I feel like with the Five of Wands, it's saying, you know, the Five of Wands for me is the internal conflict card. So this is more so, when I see this, I view it as, you know, internal conflicts with self. So I feel like Spirit is saying, you know, don't fight yourself over this. You know, things will come in due time, and things will come as they are intended to come. Take a moment to have that standstill, that moment of rest, so that you don't have to bicker and go back and forth with yourself about why things aren't working out how you would like for them to. So just let go of that internal conflict and strategize in a way that's going to make you victorious in the end, okay? Because if you can see here on the 501's card, her dress is actually a chessboard, and you know the game of chess is all about strategy, okay? So strategize. So use the moment with the Hangman energy to pause and look at things, you know, from a different perspective. Strategize on how you can benefit from new beginnings or a new approach or a new way of doing things, Leo. All right, so then now we're going to go ahead and clarify the cards that's here on the table, and I did already pre-shuffle, so I'm just going to go ahead and start clarifying. So beautiful angel spirit guides, ancestors of Leo, please clarify the Seven of Pentacles for me in a position of overall energy. So yeah, I feel like some of you have definitely come at a standstill in some area of your life, and it's not a bad thing. I don't feel like it's a bad thing. I feel like it just left you wanting more, okay? Which is absolutely nothing wrong with wanting more. But it's time for you to take a moment to pause, reflect, give yourself the inner strength to continue to push forward. All right. So yeah. So to clarify the Seven of Pentacles, we have the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups is all about wish fulfillment, you know, contentment, being completely satisfied with where you are, okay? But also looking to go towards the Ten of Cups, which, you know, which is all around success and happiness, okay? So I feel like this is where you're at right now. Like, you're appreciative of the hard work and the effort that you have put in with the Seven of Pentacles. You are grateful for this beautiful tree that you were able to grow. It does leave you, you know, with the Nine of Cups, feeling content and satisfied, but also at the same time wanting more, which is going to require your patience and inner strength and being able to obtain or acquire that more, okay? So I do feel like you all are in a happy place. It's nothing wrong, you know, I don't feel like wanting more is anything wrong with that, but I feel like you all are ready to keep going. All right, no pauses in between, but sometimes we have to realize that we need those pauses so that we can reflect and see, you know, what adjustments need to be made, what new approaches need to be made in order for us to continue to persevere. All right, beautiful angel spirit guides, ancestors, please clarify the Strength card and the Hanged Man card for me in a position of the theme of the month. Yeah, so I feel like too with the Strength and the Hangman, it's like to use your inner guidance. All right, go within and see what things, you know, work for you, or what new ideas can help expand on what it is that you currently have. Because you have definitely put in the hard work and the effort to bear the fruits of your labor, which has caused you to be happy and satisfied, but of course wanting more. So now is the time for you to really dig in, take that moment to reflect, see what new efforts you can put on the table that's going to allow for movement. Okay, what new approaches or what new strategies that's going to allow for more movement. All right, please clarify Strength in the Hangman for me, beautiful angels, spirit guides, ancestors. Please clarify the Hangman and the Strength card for me. Why is the Hangman and the Strength card in the position of the theme of the month? Please guide me and show me clearly why is the Hangman and the Strength card here. So whatever projects or new ventures any of you have been on or will be on in the month of September, it's all about strategizing. You're going to have to strategize to take it to the next level. You're going to have to really go within and tally up ideas that's going to take you to the next level or the next phase of what it is that you want to pursue or that you're trying to do. Taking a leap of faith on something, doing something completely different from how you would normally do it. Being open to the changes. Yeah, so to clarify the Strength in the Hanged Man, you have the Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay, so this could feel like you've lost your creative spark. You've lost your ability to see beyond where you are now. Like, I feel like you've done great work here with the Seven of Pentacles. Like, you were successful in that aspect. You did everything you needed to do. It brought you the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. But you got stuck after that and you didn't know what else needed to be done. Okay, you didn't know how do you go beyond this. Okay, so kind of like your flame went out. Okay, your flame is dwindling away. All right, so you're losing like your creative approach or that creative spark that maybe was initially there when you started this tree from a seed and you use all of your resources and tools to get it to grow as it has. That spark may have been there, but then now maybe you feel like it's doing it in a way and you don't know necessarily how to ignite it again. All right, so that's why it's saying to go within and grab that inner strength, you know, that's on reserve that you have within you, and look at things differently with that Hangman. It's time. It's not time for movement. I feel like now is the time for you to reflect and to view things differently, to view new approaches that can be taken, because with the Knight of Swords being in a challenge, I feel like you're ready for movement, like you want movement. So maybe it may be a challenge that things aren't moving, and because you're normally a person who likes to go, but it's time for you to not go, but it's time for you to pause, reflect, and say, okay, I've come this far. How do I take it to the next level? Okay, and maybe once then, when you've pause, you'll be able to turn this Ace of Wands upright, ignite your flame for creativity and passion again, and further unveil what's behind the zipper here. All right, so then let's clarify the Knight of Swords in a position of challenge, please, beautiful angels and spirit guides. Oh. All right, and we have the Lovers to come out to clarify the Knight of Swords. So this is all about, you know, for me, making a choice, okay? Also about like union between two, all right? So this is with this clarifying the Knight of Swords. This is just saying, you know, to make that choice to not be so hasty, okay? To not come to quick decisions, to not fully know where direction you're heading into, okay? Because like I said, the Knight of Swords is the most hastiest of all the knights. So this is your time to slow down, okay? And to make that choice so that when you get to that point of knowing what it is that you're pursuing or what it is that you're doing that's going to take you to the next level, it'll be solid, okay? So you don't have to necessarily rush into it, all right? And I feel like, I know you probably want more. Who doesn't want more? But I feel like the approach has to be pre-thought out. It has to be clearly thought out, and it has to be, you know, ready and willing to be able to take you to the next phase. All right. So let's clarify the Fool in a position of response to the challenge. And I feel like you may feel like, you know, you have all the answers and you don't understand why things aren't moving as fast, because you felt like you had it under control. And this is, you know, where this is where the Lovers come in at, where you have to make that choice to take that pause, okay, and say, you know what was working for me before, you know, that got me to where I'm at now. It's okay to slow down and, you know, view things differently, you know, to allow me to continue to go. You know, you don't have to feel like you always have to be in a rush or in a race to success. All right, so then to clarify the Fool, we have the Six of Swords and the World, okay? So this is definitely saying that you are moving into times where things will come full circle, okay? So this new approach or this new beginning that you're going to take, that's going to allow you to further where you are now, it is definitely going to give you a feeling of completion, okay? And it may take time, because the Seven of Pentacles is also about having patience, but you are moving in the right direction, and you are moving on, you know, to something that's going to be more clearer and more calmer for you, okay? And you're being guided, okay? You're being guided with that, because you can see here you have the birds that's pulling this boat for her, okay? So she's being guided to her completion. She's being guided to the things that's going to humble her or provide safety and provide stability and foundation. She's being pulled in that direction with the guidance and with the help, okay? So this new approach for you is definitely going to allow for you to move on from things that no longer served you or no longer work for you in order to get to that full circle of completion, okay? So it's all about taking the moment to slow down a little and really hone in on what efforts can be made that will allow you a new beginning and a new approach, okay, beyond where you stopped at with that Seven of Pentacles energy. All right, let's clarify the Five of Wands, please, in a position of advice from Spirit. All right, so we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, all right, to clarify the Five of Wands. So yeah, don't allow being stagnant for the moment to interfere with your ability to co-create. Because like even with the Ace of Wands here being in reverse, it's like some of you, I feel like, has lost the interest and lost the spark that is prohibiting you from putting in the hard work and effort that is required in order to advance to the next level. Okay, so this is all about strategizing. Like you have to strategize in order to be able to figure out a different approach, slow it down a little bit, take a pause, take a surrender for a moment to see how you can go beyond where you are now. Okay, because the strategy is what's going to allow for you to put things into a clearer perspective and to understand how or to understand what things need to be done in order for you to, because the Eight of Pentacles upright is all about, you know, putting in the hard work, putting in an effort, mastering something, working towards a particular skill. All right. So with it being in the reverse, this is saying that you may have those blockages and you may feel like you're at a standstill because you don't know, you know, what things to do that's going to propel you forward. And this is all about strategizing. September is going to be the month for you to strategize. Okay, pause, reflect, strategize. See what new approaches need to be taken. See what new things can be manifested, or what new creative thoughts can be manifested that is going to allow for you to move from this Nine of Cups energy, with, you know, where you're at with the Seven of Pentacles, and into the Ten of Cups. All right, and your underlying card for this deck is the Emperor. Okay, so the Emperor is all about taking control, being in charge, having structure. Okay, so I definitely feel like you definitely will need structure and strategy to be able to advance, or to whatever project or whatever thing it is that you're working on. You need to, you're good now, but you need to pause a moment and see, how do you get to the next? Don't be so quick to say, okay, I accomplished A, it's time to B, and I accomplished B, it's time to C. No, don't be so quick to just go from A, B, C, D, E, you know, whatever, however long the alphabet goes. Don't be so quick to do that without taking those moments to appreciate, pause, and reflect on where you have come and how you get to the next point or get to the next phase. All right. So now I am going to pull an oracle card from the Enchanted Map Oracle deck. So please, beautiful angels, spirit guides, ancestors, please give me a card that will help to confirmate this reading for the lovely Leos, to help validate the message. Anything that ties into it, please deliver that message for lovely Leos. Yeah, so definitely some of you, you know, you're at a point of, you know, feeling content, feeling like you've made it and you've accomplished so much, and then you're now like, okay, so what's next? So use this time in September to gain access to your inner strength, okay, so that you can view things differently, see what new approaches need to be made, get their creative spark back. Make the choice to slow down. Okay, it's not a bad thing to slow down all the time. All right, you're probably used to being on a run and moving. Make the choice to you know, allow spirit to work with you. All right, and show you the way, because even, you know, the Lovers is, you know, a union. A union doesn't have to be a physical union. It could be a union with spirit. All right, making the choice to slow down and let spirit guide you. Even with the Six of Swords here, she's being guided. Okay, she's being guided from where she was to a more calmer, smoother place that's going to take her to a place where she's going to feel complete. Okay, so allow yourself to be guided along the way. All right, let's get an oracle card from you. Thank you, beautiful angels, spirit guides, ancestors. Oracle card for Leo, please. Oracle card for Leo. All right, so we have number 53, listening. All right, so let's see what listening has to say for you guys. So 53, listening says, when this card appears, you're being reminded that there is a time to speak and a time to be silent. Now is an occasion for listening. Pay attention not only to what is being spoken, but also to what is not being said at the moment. For the deeper message is not always obvious. Listen with your heart, not just your ears, and you'll find clarity. Receiving the listening card is a fortunate sign and ensures a greater understanding of your circumstances. So definitely a time for listening, okay? The Hangman, all right? The time to pause and reflect and pay attention to what's going on around you, seeing what things are there that can give you clarity or that can allow for you to be enlightened again, to get that creative spark back, okay? So definitely time to look at things from different angles and not rush. All right, not rush with that Knight of Swords. Okay, it's time to pause, reflect, and listen. All right, and then we're gonna pull one more oracle card for you guys. Thank you, beautiful angel, spirit guides, ancestors. One more oracle card for the lovely Leos. One more oracle card, please. So I think like when you pause, reflect, and listen, you will gain that clarity. All right. I feel like you're going to be inspired by something new. Something new is going to surface for you. All right. And I feel like that something new is definitely you being guided too. I mean, when you listen, you also enable, for your spirit guides to communicate with you. Okay, when you open up completely and allow yourself that moment of pause and surrender so that you can be guided. All right, and I feel like what it's saying is they're going to show you the new way. They're going to lead you to that thing that's going to give you the all-around fulfillment of completion. All right, but you have to listen to their cues, listen to their the synchronicities, the symbols, and listening, beyond just your ears, but also with your heart. All right, as the card stated. All right, one card for Leo, please. Thank you. All right, so we have pride. All right, number 7, pride. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, like a little bit ago, you may be so used to always having things your way and being on the move, being on a go. You're capable of doing what you're capable of doing. So the moments of pausing and reflecting does not work well for you because you're used to being the Knight of Swords and moving forward. And this could be a pride thing because in your mind you're like, hey, I know I got this. I ain't got to worry about nothing. Like, I know what I need to do. I've got it. I've made it, this far by myself. So why do I need to slow down? All right. And this is just saying you slow down so that you can listen to what spirit has to say to you, so that you can listen to what steps need to be done next that is going to allow you to go beyond where you are. Okay. Because you can only go beyond where you are to a certain extent without needing assistance. Okay, so you definitely have to gain humility. Okay, and the card says that when you are prideful, you can become harsh and not conscious of your weaknesses. Okay, so this could be you saying, I know what I'm doing. Why can't I excel beyond that? Do I really need assistance in doing that? No, I don't think so. I got this. And that's pride. And this can make you feel, like you're stagnant when things aren't turning out your way. Okay. So you definitely have to allow yourself to release that shadow pride from yourself, because if you hold on to it, you're stopping yourself from progressing mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Okay. Because if there's a blockage there. All right, and that could be like the internal conflict with yourself, is that you can't accept the fact when things are not in your control or things are moving the way you want to. But don't have that internal conflict with yourself. Instead, strategize, work with spirit in a way that you can allow yourself to be empowered and move forward, and that can involve, being soft, caring, and gentle with yourself, okay, and not being so harsh and feeling like you have all the answers and all of the key things to success. It's okay to sometimes take a moment to pause and reflect and see what things we can change about ourselves that will allow for us to go further. All right, my beautiful Leos, so that is your September 2021 reading. I really hope you enjoyed. If so, please be sure to hit the like button as well as to subscribe to my channel. All right, until next time, my lovelies, bye bye.